to another episode of the Jumping the Rail podcast here on the JTR Podcast Network. This is Mark Redman coming to you from the newest position in Champaign, Illinois, joined as always by my buddy Minderz.
Bring your mic down.
Oh.
Because you moved everything.
When the 10 bells are going, I have to move the headphones because it gets kind of loud in the old ear holes.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, Minderz, I'm stumped. I don't know what we're going to talk about today.
There's nothing going on.
I mean, talk about a slow news week.
Really was. It's terribly slow news week. What are we going to talk about? I think we'll figure something out. I mean, maybe we can figure out something. I mean, there was Elimination Chamber this weekend. Maybe we'll talk about it.
We're basically here to avoid listening to Trump's speech.
Yes. Oh, he's talking. I didn't even know he was talking tonight.
Yep.
How's that?
Who knows what Putin's going to tell Elon to tell him to say?
Yeah, no shit. Think we can all get kicked off X?
Well, what's this Art Carrot's trying?
He's trying. Damn, he's trying.
Oh my goodness! All right, and that concludes all the political talk. Let's move on.
Yes. Hi,
All
Sean.
right.
Sean, you know how this goes.
Yep, we have. I think next week we're making our picks for Roadblock, right?
Yep.
Or are we doing that today?
Next week. That's not this weekend, is it?
No, I think it's next Tuesday, maybe. But anyway,
Well, then we'll make our picks at the beginning of the show. That's how that'll work. As long as we have it done by 7:00, we're good.
I like it. There you go. All right. Well, Minderz, we're gonna check your brain, and I told you this one you might get pretty quick. This is basically seeing if you were paying attention today.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. All right, it is time for Name That Wrestler. Minderz, you know how this works. I show you a picture, you guess who it is. That's pretty much all it boils down to. Sean says Roadblock is next Tuesday. Okay, so we will make picks next Tuesday. Pretty much right after we check your brain, we'll just make picks.
All right, sounds good.
Maybe after Hoots and Judy's, but anyway.
Yep. As long as we do it before 7, we'll be fine.
Yes. All right. Are you ready?
Sure. You're a jackass. You are a jackass. Because you know what?
Do we need clues?
Maybe you should have cropped out his name at the bottom too, by the way, because it says Benjamin.
It doesn't say his full name.
It's Benjamin Trust. Oh, he's gonna be so proud. He's gonna be so proud.
It's your best buddy.
But he's so humble. Actually, right now, he kind of is really humble. But...
It's hard to be humble when you're the jet, as they say.
Yeah.
Plus, he's your bestie, like so.
He's not my bestie. Not my bestie. Not at all.
All due respect to Madam President Chelsea Green, Trust as president would be entertaining.
Hey, I'd rather listen to a speech from Trust than a speech from Trump.
That's true.
I will go that far.
All right. I thought we were done with politics. Okay, let's move on.
You were the one that brought it up. Don't blame me.
No, I just showed Trust.
I know. Then you said you want him for president.
Well, fair enough.
At this point, I think broccoli would be better, but that's beside the point.
Barbara Broccoli, the producer of the James Bond movies?
No, the vegetable broccoli.
All right. Well, anyway, Minderz, we're getting off track, and it's only been 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
All right. What do you say we jump right into Hoots and Judy's for this week? I think the boys already told us who theirs are.
The boys did, and so did Papa did too.
Papa Pullman, yeah, I saw his Judy. I didn't see his Hoot.
Well, I kind of chuckled when I saw his Judy, but let's get this going.
All right. Anyway, let's start with our Hoots, as we always do. And I think
mine's going to shock some people, honestly.
It may. Do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
You'll go second.
Because I hope you stuck with the one you said you were going to do.
I actually changed it after yesterday.
Okay, then I want to change it. I wish you had told me that. I would have changed mine.
I think we can make the one we're both thinking of an honorary Hoot. And we'll just...
Okay. Because he was great.
Yep. Dwayne says Randy Orton is his hoot. Okay.
Okay.
Solid hoot.
I called that, so
Yeah.
I'm fine with
I
it.
think we both did. But
although I thought he was in. Well, stop. Good hoot. Go.
All right. Well, I have a sweeping hoot across the board here. I'm giving it to Triple H. Number one for a really good pay-per-view on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And also because I don't usually legitimately get surprised watching televised wrestling, but last night they got me.
Oh, they got me last night too.
So see, Barry says his good hoot is CM Punk. Papa Pullman has John Cena for his. Breaking Zack Ryder's heart.
Right? I wonder if he was crying Saturday night, but
yeah,
we'll have to ask him.
Yeah. I hear my cat begging in the background.
I was like, what was that?
All right. Well, Minderz, your hoot, madam.
Well, Barry and I must be on the same page this week because
sharing a brain.
We're sharing the brain this week because CM Punk was my hoot. That promo he cut last night was mwah, chef's kiss. He's like, I tried to warn y'all about Cena 10 years ago. And I was like, yep. Oh, Dwayne, we will get there. Wait till you see the whiteboard. It's a mess. I
have two whiteboards going for this episode.
Three, if I remember correctly.
Well, one is just the general sweeping one, for, like the original whiteboard that I haven't taken down. But
Dwayne, question why turns Cena heel. Now we'll get into that. Papa says crowd reaction, whether good or bad, means something. You are. I understand where you're coming from. Barry said when it was on site with Seth.
Yep. Pretty much. I was kind of hoping that they were going to spread out the pull aparts over the entire show.
I think they had originally planned to, and they were like, nope, can't do this no more. Because we had what, 2, 3?
Well, they had 3 in the opening segment alone, and then they had the one back in the parking lot.
Yeah. So, yeah. Almost. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit that. All right.
Trigger happy.
Well, I didn't mean to.
All right. Well, let's move. We'll talk about more of that when we talk about Raw. But let's get into our Judies.
I heard that one.
Uh-huh.
And Dwayne's already jumping the gun. He says his Judy is Jade Cargill.
All right. Well, I'll go.
Reb, you're up first, though.
I'll go first. Okay. I am going to give my good Judy to Liv Morgan.
Look at that
Dang,
welt. That welt is ridiculous.
All over the arms. She got the hair whip in the belly. She carried that damn chamber match.
She really did. She did a damn good job. And I'm not one that I usually like Liv Morgan, but she did a damn good job Saturday.
Mm-hmm. The cell when Jade came out was really good.
Yes. Yep, Barry said. Okay, so apparently the 3 of us are all sharing the brain. Because Barry said Liv Morgan for the ass whooping she took. Yeah.
Yeah. And she did. And she went the distance. She was number 1, and she was the last one eliminated. So.
Number 5. Yep.
Ooh. All right.
You know what? And CM Punk gets my good hoot for trying to fix the Elimination Chamber every time that damn light fell down.
Yeah.
That was funny. I wish you could have seen. There was they had it on one of the reels. Like you saw him put it up, but did you see it when they had the one from the crowd when they were doing? They kept cheering. Okay, that one was hilarious too.
Oh my goodness. So to you then.
Let's see. Papa said she's progressed a lot these last few years,
which is true.
Yeah, she has.
I couldn't stand her as a baby.
She's still so small. And I think it's her size that really gets me.
But it works, though, because she's got Raquel.
And now. But
she got somebody to hide behind.
She didn't. Yeah. So my good Judy, I can't believe I'm agreeing with Dwayne, because normally this doesn't happen.
Nia Jax.
No. But Jade Cargill, because that comeback on Saturday, again, chef's kiss. That was pretty great. That was pretty awesome.
No posing, no pageantry. Just walked out and beat the piss out of somebody.
I'm interested to see how Friday goes. I almost thought Jade was going to come out last night and confront Bianca.
I could have seen it happening.
I almost wonder. It didn't happen, but it wouldn't have surprised me. Barry.
Zeus.
Zeus. I believe that's Zeus, but we'll go with it. But
all right. Well, let's move on to Stooge. We had some pretty significant candidates for stoogehood this week.
Oh, there was a lot. There was a lot. And I hope you went with the one. I never know who the Stooge is. Just so everybody knows.
I try to hide the Stooge from you.
He hides the Stooge from me, although I say, hey, what about this?
Our bonus hoot.
Yeah, our bonus hoot. Our bonus hoot this week.
Maybe the MVP of the whole pay-per-view Saturday. One bad news, Wade Barrett on commentary.
He was so good. And he kept McAfee from annoying me.
Yeah, McAfee wasn't horribly annoying for the most part. Dwayne has Cena for Stooge.
Barry has Travis Scott. You fucking idiot.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right, so I'm curious. Bonus to Sky.
Bonus Judy, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, but yeah, Wade Barrett was our bonus hoot of the week because, dude, even when he made the comment about, he's like, I tried to take care of Cena when we were in the Nexus, and it was like, yeah, damn you. He's like, sorry, everybody, this is my fault. And I was like, okay, that might be my favorite line you've said this whole show so far. And I was like, yep. Wade gets a good hoot.
So, back to Stooge. Let's put up Mount Stooge more before I forget. There he is.
And
none of these four.
Well, I know it's none of these four, but I don't even think it's from that company, honestly.
No, it is.
Oh, it is?
But our honorable Stooge mentions, number one is Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Mainly from the impromptu shoot promo we cut on Canada.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I put up AJ's?
Go ahead.
Because that was who I thought you were going with for Stooge. So who is Cena? Judy is EO. And Stooge is whoever thought it was a good idea to sing the American national anthem in Canada.
Here's the thing. They never do that on pay-per-views. Go back to WrestleMania 6. Robert Goulet sang the Canadian national anthem. They didn't do the American national anthem.
When they said they were doing, I was like,
that's not going to go well, because I watched the Four Nations challenge in the
I was like, excuse me, what? wait, what are you doing?
I think they forgot where they were.
Yeah, I don't know whose bright idea this was, but this was dumb. Okay, if this tells you anything.
Nikolai Volkov come out and sing the Russian national anthem while they're at it.
Well, and you know how much Mom loves wrestling. I mean, she likes the indie stuff more now than she likes the stuff that's on TV.
She's an indie gal.
She is an indie gal. But she was watching it and she was, where did you say this was? And I was like, Toronto, Canada. She's, why are they singing the American national? And everybody's like, well, but most of the wrestlers are from America. I said, that doesn't really make a difference, I don't think.
Again, I used the Goulet precedent. He sang the Canadian national anthem at WrestleMania 6. Scott Stooge is the officials that tried stopping KO before the match was over. Yeah, they kind of forgot the stipulation there that it was unsanctioned, so they weren't able to stop it.
Couldn't really do anything, yeah.
Right. All right.
Anyway. So who's our official Stooge?
Okay. Well, a second honorable Stooge mention is Travis Scott.
Fucking idiot.
Moron. Yeah, let's bust our top guy's eardrum like 5 weeks before WrestleMania.
Because that's a good idea.
Right. All right. So anyway, my Stooge, back to the old tried and true, going to AEW for this one.
Of course we are.
Now I'm going to throw up a picture. The picture of the guy. The guy is not the Stooge. It's the crack team of cameramen, producers, and directors that thought.
Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. I'm pretty sure I know what this is.
Now you said you got through 5 minutes of Dynamite, and I was hoping you saw this.
Nope, I didn't. I didn't make it to it. I couldn't.
It was like You watched the first 5 minutes. You I think maybe minute 6 or 7 that this happened.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It was after MJF came out for whatever reason. But
well, he didn't. I didn't even see him come out. If that tells you.
Did you see him get his tattoo removed?
Yes, I did see him get his tattoo removed.
Papa Pullman, Scott is not a stooge. He is a waste of flesh. All right. Well, anyway, so here we see Christopher Daniels in the backstage area. For some reason, they decided, number one, they had camera people like in the shot that they had to get out of the way. And also the fact they caught him gigging himself on camera.
Yeah, so stupid.
And then the fake blood on the shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks good for effect and all that, but he would have had to. I know this is an indie show, but I watched Stackhouse and Fuego against the Kogar brothers on Sunday. They bloodied up Stackhouse good.
Did they?
Skewers.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Damn it. Those boys know how we feel about skewers.
But that was a better color job than this was.
Mm-hmm.
But I swear they're making Chris Daniels the olive oil to Adam Page's Popeye at this point. Like every time you turn around, MJ is saying something.
No.
What?
I just had a terrible thought. What if we get Jack off Page at SCX? No. What if we get Page at SCX?
Well, he's been there before. I don't think it was the year I think it was the first year we were there.
No, yeah, it wasn't the year I went. He hasn't been there when I've been there. So,
I mean, he'll get a crowd.
And I don't need to hold out hope for Cope because they said he's still not wanting to do autograph signings yet. So, whatever.
He won't be there. Neither will the Toronto Toothbrush.
Toronto Toothbrush can stay at home all the time. I don't give a shit about the Toronto Toothbrush.
That's true. Hey, Minderz, what do you say we talk a little Squirt Circle Expo? Speaking of, we got some updates.
We do. I didn't listen. I meant to listen to the thing yesterday, and I totally forgot again. But I have been pushing our Squirt Circle week, or Squirt Circle month.
Yes. Oh, I got to get that picture up. Hang on.
Yep. Get that one up. But I've been pushing that big time on all the comments that I can. So I've been trying to do what I can to make sure everybody that's going Squirt Circle knows what we're doing. And there was a couple people that said you had me at Jack Vaughn. So I think we're going to have quite a few listeners that week, that month, just because of everything that's going on. There we go. So I guess I need to look that. Hold on, got to share something real quick. Or with our group.
There we go.
Give me like 2 seconds because this won't take but a minute. It won't take but a second or two. There's that. Have fun with that, y'all. And now let me go to Squirt Circle Expo. Got it. I'm there. Turn the damn music off. Okay, I don't remember. I think we announced this last week. We got to announce that Chris Statlander. Yeah, we announced that Chris was going to be there last week, right?
I think so. But if you didn't, hey, Chris Statlander's going to be there.
Hey, Chris. Okay, I'll run through these real quick. These might have been what we did on Wednesday because it says 6 days ago.
Well, if it was Wednesday, maybe we don't have people that listen to this show that listen to the indie show. So
that's very true. So Squirt Circle Expo, they've announced Hall of Famer Tony Atlas is going to be there. I plan on keeping my shoes on and hiding my feet.
Will you stand on his head?
No. Sure won't. Tony Gunn. Not familiar with him.
Former OVW heavyweight champion. Had
that's right.
Decent feud with Jack Vaughn.
That's right. I forgot. Holy crap. Okay, so there's a 7-foot-tall monster is heading to the Squirt Circle Expo by way of our friends over at Battle on the Border. Monster of a man has been retaining the BOTB champion for over 500 days and counting. Woo! And that would be one. No, go away, Tony. That would be Paxton Calloway.
I did see his name on there.
So I get to stand next to a 7-footer. I never get to stand next to people that are 7 feet. I'm gonna be really short.
I think the closest you came was Godfather because he's like 6'8".
No, the closest I came was that other guy that maybe it was him. Might have been Paxton. No. There was that one guy that was at the expo last year that was really tall. That we were like, he has to be a wrestler because he stood like a foot above Bari. And then Chris Statlander, of course, like I said earlier. Then one's announced. Oh, Black Label Pro. I sent you this. I don't know how excited you are about this, but I'm pretty excited. And that's Myron Reed versus it's going to be for the BLP Midwest Championship. It's Myron Reed champion versus Super Crazy.
Yes, I did see that. Hey, Crazy had a weekend too at GCW.
Yeah, you'll have to fill me in on all. Are you filling us in on all that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. We also have Dave Sullivan.
Evad.
He is coming to the expo. Amazing Maria.
Okay.
Not sure. OVW and WowStar. Big Rig Betty.
Sorry, say that again.
Big Rig Betty.
Okay.
Oh, she was on Wrestlers. I remember her. Wait, that's okay. I think I'm gonna double check. Bari. Is that Hollywood Jay's mom? And then Charlie Min, and it says he's a WWF alumni. I do not, for some reason.
Apparently, he was an interviewer back in the day, but not for very long.
Okay. So that's everything that's been announced as of today. As of right this moment.
All right. And tickets are going fast.
They are. Ooh. Big Rig Betty apparently has had a long-standing feud with SCX co-promoter Heather Owens.
Ooh, that could be spicy.
That could be real spicy.
I'll have to ask Heather about that when she's on with us during Squirt Circle Month.
Definitely. But, okay. That's all I got for Squirt Circle.
Okay.
And Bari said he thought so. So yeah, I think that's Hollywood Haley J's mama.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of those guys that were on the Wrestlers that are going to be on or be at SCX.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to meet Cashflow. Really want to meet Cashflow. Me
too. All right. So,
do you want to do LFG?
Let's do LFG.
Let's get all the little stuff out of the way first before we go into what the elephant in the room is. So I finally went back, did some research. I got better notes this time. I got really good notes this time. So they open it up. Remind y'all, Book and Mickey right now are ahead. They're tied with 1 point apiece. So that leaves Bubba or Bubba, Bully, whatever you want to call it.
It's a WWE show, so it is Bubba.
Okay. Bubba and Taker both do not have any points yet. But our good buddy BJ Ray, that we all cannot stand. He got hurt at a show. He was actually at a show and he screwed up his shoulder.
Like an indie show?
Yes. So he's out. He's been disqualified from the competition. So we don't have to worry about seeing him in NXT, at least for a while.
There's a part of me that wanted to see him keep going just because I want to see Bubba Ray finally punch.
Oh, I think he's still going to be there, and I still think there's going to be heat.
I saw the teaser for next week, and it looked like Bubba just about had enough.
Yeah. Yep. So since BJ is out, they brought in 4 guys to do a tag team. So you had Josh Black, Drake Stark, Cutler James, and Case Hatch. Case Hatch is like a cowboy gimmick, so Mickey James was all about him. She loved him. Cutler James, I liked him a lot, but he's an ex-teammate of BJ Ray's.
Teammate?
ex-teammate. They used to wrestle. They used to wrestle together, like real wrestling.
Like in college.
Yes.
Or high school, or whatever BJ did.
Right. There was Drake Stark, which was a tall, bald, bearded guy, but weird. I didn't think he flowed very well in the ring. And then there was Josh Black, which he had dreads and he was pretty awesome, but I was really disappointed once he got in the ring. Like,
also no go.
Yeah, he still needs some tweaking. But anyway, so they set this all up. BJ decided that during this match, he was going to go sit with the legends right next to Bubba. And Bubba looked at him. He's like, "What the f- do you think you're doing here? Because what makes you think that you have a right to sit with us legends?" And I was like, "Oh boy, yeah, that BJ he's not doing himself any favors." So Bubba does tell BJ that he gets to help have a say in who it is. And so they start going through the guys and all of it. Bubba's first question is, okay, so who else had a problem with BJ? All but Drake Stark raised their hand. And then Bubba looked at him and says, I kind of like this Cutler James guy. He's like, I hear you know BJ. And Cutler says, yeah, I don't like him. He's a pansy. He just kind of only does what he wants to do, and that's it. And then Bubba asks BJ for his opinion. BJ says, no, Drake Stark, that's who you need. That's who you need. So Bubba goes, all right, Cutler James, you're with me. And I laughed really hard, and it was really funny. So it was promo week. So they got to talk promos, and do you know who the special guest was?
Is this the one where Punk showed up? Because they showed a clip of they showed a clip of Punk like a few weeks ago and to give him the build up to the show.
Nope.
Was it Paul?
Nope.
Who?
Oh, you didn't know?
I get I see where you're going.
So, right. AJ has a good point. Doesn't matter how good you are if nobody wants to deal with your attitude. I agree.
That's true.
Totally agree with that. But yeah, so Road Dogg showed up. He was the helper for he was the guest this week. So he told him, he's like, you got to learn, you start talking trash. So he pulled up Shiloh Hill and Chris Island. Shiloh Hill, I'm the more I see him, more I like him. Chris Island, he's good too, but he's still, they're all greener and goo shit.
Oh,
but there's still some that are very good. Sean just said something. Oh yeah, we know. Yeah. We know. That's why he was my good hoot of the week. Then they had Danny, the little cheerleader girl. She's on Mickey's team. Went up, called out P-Nasty, Panina. That's not a good idea. It's really not a good idea. Because, yeah, there's probably 100 pounds, if not more, difference between the two. Xena.
Panina press.
Yeah. Would you stop with that?
I'm gonna make it a thing.
You're gonna make it it's not gonna happen. Xena, which is the little goody two shoes on Bubba's team.
Oh, they're gonna say Beth Salts.
No, she probably should be. But she started cutting a promo on Leah, which Leah's the one that won last week. She's kind of or I don't want to like Asian influence lady. But Bubba just grabbed her, pushed her back, and said, yeah, we're going to work on that, because her promo was her trying to cut down Lee was not good. Not good at all. And then we had Drake Moreau, the one I really like.
Yes.
Well, I found out some interesting information because they called him and then they called Anthony Luke. If you'll remember from last week, Anthony Luke is the boyfriend of Maxine Dupree.
Right.
Moreau is actually the boyfriend of Roxy. So, oh my gosh, they're so funny to see too next to each other.
Oh, I'm sure.
She's so short, he's so tall, and it was cute. Actually, Roxy was at the Performance Center. She watched the match, so she was actually there too. So
was he one of Booker's guys too?
Drake is Bubba's.
I mean, like, did he train with Booker before he got into the system?
No. So anyway, the three guys, well, other than Xena and Lee, the other three groups that I mentioned, they all had their own match, and they were going to pick apart. And that was who was going up for points. It's one girl, one guy, yada, yada, yada. The first match was Shiloh and Chris Island, and Chris Island knocked Shiloh out. He TKO'd him, caught him in the back of the head with his shoe. Like
ATM with the glitch?
No, I can't remember what the move's called. It's the one that they do where like you're holding one leg and then they go to kick you with the other leg.
Enziguri.
Yeah. So went to go do that, and he caught Shiloh in the back of the head. Shiloh had no idea where he was, and he just
you're
collapsed.
not supposed to get him with the foot.
He collapsed. He went head first right into the mat. But anyway, they did that. And Mickey jumped all over Chris Island because he didn't go check on him. And he tried to continue the match. And he wasn't there.
He was out to lunch.
His bell got rung because they said that when Shiloh came back while he was still in the ring, but when he came back, he didn't know where he was.
Oh, wow.
So they had medical checking on him and all that type of stuff. Then you had Danny versus P Nasty. By the way, okay, so Mickey called in a favor from one Michelle McCool.
Go on.
Taker then saw that Michelle was helping Mickey's team.
She's a double agent.
I think there might have been a full doghouse at Taker's house. Taker wasn't happy. And actually, Danny, the little cheerleader girl, have you seen? I think you've seen. She's a little blonde, petite little thing. Mm-hmm. Michelle actually suggested to her that since she is so small, she wanted a move that she could do on anybody. So she needed a submission, basically.
Oh, is she the one that asked Taker for his move?
She is. Danny asked Taker for his move, for his Hell's Gate. Taker gave his blessing. Now, I will say, I will give props because Taker went through and he explained why he gave her the blessing. And that was because she had the balls to go and ask him if she could use it. So, for anybody that's out there that if you want to use one of their moves and you have the opportunity, ask them. Because
our buddy Marvin, he did that with Jeff Hardy.
He sure did.
We started doing the Swanton.
Yep. The women in this did awesome. Danny did win because obviously she's doing the Hell's Gate now, and it was really good.
Did she do it well?
She did.
Okay.
She did do it well. Then finally, the final match was Anthony Luke and Moreau. I love this match. This could have been the first match of any regular show, like an NXT show. It could have easily been the beginning match. The only thing I don't like, Anthony Luke, I think oversells. Like he tries too hard. He does a lot of the rock flops. So it gets old real quick because he does it for everything.
You're not Mr. Perfect.
No. Basically it came down, Bubba actually asked Moreau if he thought if he left it all, or if he tried if that was the best he could do. And he said yes. And Bubba thanked him for that because he was proud of him because he left it all in the ring. However, the winners this week were Anthony Luke on Booker's team and Danny on Mickey's team.
So they got more points.
So now it's Book's got 2, Mickey's got 2, Bubba and Taker still have 0. So there you go. There's your LFG rundown. Sorry that took so long. I didn't mean for it to take.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Okay. So there you go. We need to get you a way to watch that because it's actually really good.
I'll work on that. Let's see here. We got, well, I think we can, you know what? Before we get into the chamber, because that's going to take some time,
right?
We have to do predictions, Minderz, for AEW Revolution this weekend.
Oh, God, that's this weekend?
Yeah. You're busy. You're not going to be home.
Yeah, I'm busy. AJ, you may as well send me the link on Monday because I ain't paying for it.
So where WWE has gotten into a pretty good habit of 5 matches tops for their pay-per-views.
Oh God, I'm scared to know how many AEW has.
9.
Oh my God.
And okay. I don't know where the show's coming from, so I don't think it's on the West Coast, so it's gonna be one of those probably ends at midnight kind of shows. But
great.
But again, I'm watching it Monday, so
yeah, me too. But what is it called? Revolution.
Revolution.
AEW. Okay. 2025.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's West Coast. It's LA.
Oh boy. Okay, so yeah.
So we're it's gonna go real late.
Uh-huh.
From the Crypto.com arena.
Arena names suck so bad these days.
They do. They're terrible.
Well, anyway.
All right, let's run through this stupid card and make our predictions.
All right.
I haven't watched him forever, so I have no idea, but
he just says, Tony's going to add at least 3 to 5 more matches in the hours leading up to it.
At least.
Because there's going to be a pre-show.
Oh, I know.
So, anyway.
I'll watch the pre-show. That's on YouTube. It's free.
Right. Okay. Anyway, all right. So let's start from the bottom. Tag Team Championship, Hurt Syndicate versus the Outrunners.
Really? I didn't read what the results were from last week. So
the Outrunners beat Cage and Archer for number one contendership.
Okay.
I like the Outrunners, but I don't know why they.
Yeah, Hurt Syndicate. I don't think Outrunners are gonna.
I like the Outrunners, but
I don't know because I don't know what the story is that's leading up to it.
They want a match.
Okay, then yeah, Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah, the story is Hurt Syndicate and Archer and Cage.
Should be. I think that would be more of a.
Could be a better match, I think.
Competition.
Yeah.
And nothing against the Outrunners.
Of course not.
Don't get me wrong.
I'm an Archer fan though.
Oh, I am too. He lawn darted Joey, so I like Archer a lot.
Joey O'Reilly is not the biggest fan of Lance Archer after that one.
Nope. He lawn darted him. It was a good time.
He sure did. All right, next up, MJF versus Hangman Page. I don't think I need to ask you who you're picking for this.
Nope. You don't need to, because if you people don't know how much I hate Paige right now, like I said, I watched enough. I watched Paige versus Solo, and then I was done. I couldn't watch any more of Dynamite last week.
Did you make this face?
Yeah, it was something. It was more of a. Yeah, I couldn't. Paige was being his usual self, and I couldn't stomach it. I couldn't do it.
Was it this face?
Yeah, that one. I like that one. It was Barry's face when he's trying to eat a moonshine burger.
Or when I mistook an animated picture of George Washington Carver for Blackula.
All right, let's move on. Who are you picking for this, by the way?
You know what? I think it's going to be Paige. He's the baby face, and for some reason he's over.
I'll never understand it. I still don't understand it.
I mean, I got it when he was in Japan or Ring of Honor, but just stuff they've done with him.
I think it's the stuff with Punk, though, that just soured me so much on Paige.
Yeah.
I hope it's not too much backstage politics, but
I mean, the fact that he's friends with the Elite.
Yeah, it just completely sours me with him.
Yeah. All right. Number one contendership for the World Championship, Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet. Swerve.
Better be Swerve.
I think Swerve because he's the babyface. Wait, you know what? I'm going to retract that. I think it's going to be Ricochet, and I think Nana is going to turn on Swerve.
Okay. They can't do that before SCX. I wanted a picture with Swerve and Nana, damn it. All right, fine.
I just want to throw out something different so we're not agreeing on everything. But it makes sense, though.
You know
with
what,
the
though?
promos they've been cutting.
It's AEW, though. We can agree on AEW just because it's dumb.
I will say Swerve and Moxley would be a better match than Ricochet and Moxley.
Oh, I agree.
Or potentially Cope, depending on...
See, yeah.
Cope. I can't believe I said Cope. I hate myself.
Mm-mm.
Next up, this is the one I think you're chomping at the bit for, Minderz. The AEW TBS Championship.
Screw Monet.
Mercedes Monet versus Momo Watanabe.
Sounds like a bathroom break to me is what that one sounds like. It's probably going to be Monet.
This is probably be my nap time during this show.
Mm-hmm.
It's
going to be the match I fast forward through.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Yeah. Women's World Championship, Toni Storm versus Mariah May. And isn't there a stipulation on this one?
I have no idea.
It's like a no DQ false count anywhere match.
So it's a lazy booking match.
Pretty much.
Got it.
But Toni did have an entertaining promo. Like building it up.
I still think it's going to be... I think Tony's going to keep a hold of that belt.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't think they're going to do hot potato with it already.
Yeah. You know how I usually just hit the highlights on YouTube after Dynamite's over with, and I enjoyed Tony's promo building this up. International Championship, Takeshita versus Omega.
I don't understand this.
Go on.
I don't understand it. Takeshita's the champ. Why did he have to do 2 matches? Didn't he have to beat Ospreay or something last week?
No, I think that was somebody different. No, that was for the Continental Tournament thing, I think.
I can't even keep all the freaking...
I can't either.
belts straight. I figured it's going to be Omega, but I want Takeshita.
I think it's going to be Omega, too. Takeshita's still got the Never Openweight Championship, so he'll still have a belt. And they haven't put a belt on Kenny in a while, so...
I like can't roll my eyes any harder. I'm starting to give myself a headache, honestly.
All right. I'm sure this one will help. Steel cage match, Minderz. Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher.
You know what?
This could be the best match on the show.
It could be. Because these guys are... I really enjoy watching these two. When it's just those two.
Hey, it's Minderz Law. You know, they're buddies, so...
They are. And it is Minderz Law. So, I think... I'll go with you. I think it'll be match of the night.
Yeah. I do think Ospreay's going to take it.
I do, too, because... It's been he's gotten beat by Fletcher a couple times now, so it's time for Ospreay to get a win back.
Yeah. Before we get into the main event, can I just express how happy I am that there's no Chris Jericho on this card?
Oh, thank God. We don't have to. Well, you don't know that. They still have one more week.
Well, that's true. Who knows what they're going to do with?
Well, like AJ said, there's going to be at least 3 to 5 more matches.
Probably a 6-man with the learning tree against, like, I don't know, Top Flight or something.
Probably
like
the
that.
Ops again.
The Ops. I did enjoy hearing Cornette try to figure out why they're called the Ops.
Yeah, that was an interesting conversation.
All right, well, anyway, let's get into this main event, Moxley versus Copeland for the World Championship. I think it's going to be Moxley just because they really haven't done anything up until last week with Copeland to make him seem like a viable contender.
Well, he kicked the crap out of Pac the week before, and
they stretched it out, Claudio and Shafir last week. But I have an issue.
Yes,
if I may.
Go right ahead.
Last Wednesday. So the main event was. Oh, sorry. It was like a brawl. It was like Claudio and Edge, and then like Shafir and Wheeler and.
Well, you do realize Edge showed up in a ambulance.
Yes.
Okay.
But anyway, at one point, Shafir had a hold of Jay White. I think it was Jay White or Copeland. I can't remember, but. Wheeler hit her, went to hit the knee, and he hit Marina instead.
Okay.
Why didn't Roderick Strong come out and jump Wheeler?
Because he's not part of the Death Raiders or Riders or whatever.
But that's his wife, though.
Still.
Add a little realism to it.
Oh, did you forget what we're talking about?
I know. I just remembered.
It just hit you, didn't it?
It just hit me.
Smack to the face.
Like a punch to the eardrum from Travis Scott.
Yeah.
But no, I'm picking Moxley to win this.
You know what? Just so I'm different, I'll go with Cope, but I'm not expecting him to win.
There's no hope with Cope.
There's no hope with Cope.
Is he going to whip out the Toronto toothbrush?
Probably. And it'll probably be Moxley's idea, though.
It'll be dope, Cope.
It'll be dope, Cope. Let's do it.
Yeah, like Rocky. Because Rocky used a 2x4 with nails in it.
Yeah.
It was dope.
Okay, can we go to something happier?
Let's move on to something better.
A lot better.
Yeah. Let's talk a little Elimination Chamber.
Okay, well, first of all, what happened on SmackDown? I missed SmackDown.
So did I.
Oh, well, okay, so let's move on to Elimination Chamber. Whoops. I don't remember what I did last week.
I don't even remember what I was doing on Friday. I wasn't.
I said your wife, you were taking care of Stacy.
That's true.
You were taking care of Stacy.
I'm exhausted from it.
I think I was working, actually.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk a little Chamber here.
The Chamber was so good.
It was really good. There wasn't a bad match on that whole show. There wasn't a bad segment on that whole show.
If I had to rate it, my lowest rating match on that would probably have been the Trisha, Tiffy, Trishani, and Nia and Candy. That was probably like the lowest ranking match on that whole card.
That wasn't even necessarily a bad match either.
But it was a good match, and it was the feel-good match of the night. That's what I called it, the feel-good match of the night.
Trish got the hometown pop and all that good business.
Yep. And her kids got to see her win. I would say her kids got to see her win. So, although I still don't know why Tiffany Stratton kicked Trish.
Yeah, I was confused, but I think she may have forgotten who was her partner.
Oh shit. We have Hollywood Dickie. I'm super excited. I think I could get behind Hollywood Dickie, actually. That'd be a lot of fun. I see that. I wore mine yesterday. Don't forget to catch our friends over at Mad Bash.
Yes, they just dropped a new spot show today on the Patreon. So starts off with the women's chamber match, and I got confused. You asked me what I thought the order was going to be. I went backwards.
Yeah, sure you did. I let you keep it though, but you were still wrong.
I was still wrong. Yeah, but so it started off Naomi and Liv with the other four girls in the pod, and then we get Jade coming out, and we mentioned it a little bit during the Hoots and Judy segment. Liv's selling when Jade's music hit was priceless.
Oh, she was like, now everybody was asking why was she selling like that if she knew she didn't do anything. I said, okay, if you're gonna believe it, you're gonna think that Bianca told them, or told Jade, hey, we saw these two doing it, so why wouldn't you think that you're going to get your ass kicked even if you didn't do it?
Maybe Jade watches SmackDown. She saw the video footage.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So that's the reason Liv acted like she was so scared and why she thought she was going to get her ass kicked. Well, I mean,
there's a hole there. But apparently she knew who it was because she went right after Naomi and knocked her on her ass and gave her the beating of a lifetime.
Oh, it's so good.
And also, big tip of the cap to Bianca's selling in the pod.
Mm-hmm. No. Like I said, I think I'm going to make it a point to make sure I see what happens on SmackDown this week, just because.
I mentioned it. Liv carried this. She put that match on her back for this.
She was so. But you know what? Roxy had a really good showing too.
Roxy had a good showing. Everybody did.
Yeah.
Except for Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi had issues.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I tip my hat to AJ too, because AJ's like, if Liv doesn't drag Naomi back in and pin her to get her out of this, she's dumb. And I was like, I don't think it's going to go that far, but okay.
There's a part of me that hoped that Jade was just going to take her place in the match.
I kind of hoped that too. I did.
But she had pressing business. She just was out for payback.
Yep.
She looked great.
She did.
She didn't miss any gym time in her time off.
Sure didn't. But I'm glad some of the rumors that got spread at the beginning aren't true. So
yes, I agree. That's the Jade I like. She just nothing fancy, no, just
goes in, beats ass, and leaves.
Yeah, pretty much, fine. Yeah. So then we have a despondent Bianca coming in.
Oh wait,
no wait. Breakdown.
Here you go. Sean thinks the mastermind of Jade's attack was Bianca. I think we've been saying that for a while, haven't we?
I haven't, but you have. I have. I've been thinking about this stuff.
Okay.
So.
God, here we go.
Let's get this guy here. So.
Is that supposed to be the belt? Is that what we're going with there? Is that what the trophy is supposed to be?
No, that's an Oscar.
Oh, okay.
So. So my brain has been spinning. So number one, the natural assumption is that Naomi attacked Bianca or attacked Jade.
Correct.
After what we saw on Saturday.
Correct.
Which led to Jade attacking Naomi.
Correct.
But what if after Naomi attacked Jade, then Naomi's going to attack Bianca at some point? Don't know when. We still got some time before WrestleMania.
Because Jade was told wrong. Wait, okay. Say that again. One more time.
After Naomi attacked Jade, at some point, Naomi, you think, would attack Bianca.
Right. But why would she if that was where she was getting her title from for the tag team titles?
Well, maybe she didn't care about the tag titles. Remember, she threw those belts down once and quit the company.
That's true.
But we try to forget that because, Sasha.
Right.
All right. Then another option we could have where Jade goes after Bianca.
Okay. Sean, is Jade babyface or heel? We're not 100% sure yet.
The assumption is babyface, but we need to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
Another possibility is, suppose Naomi and Bianca both attack Jade.
And Jade's going to go after both.
And Jade goes after Bianca. Jade already got Naomi.
Right. But that's my theory. That one's my theory.
But also, what if Bianca and Jade are playing a trick on Naomi? Hence the Oscar,
Mm-hmm.
To where Bianca isn't quite as weepy as we thought she was.
Oh, and Jade and Bianca are in on it together. I see where you're going there.
It's all connected.
I see where you're going there.
Or maybe Naomi is going to be the get the acting awards because she's trying to play a trick on somebody. I can't figure out that part yet. It's
Liv. Let's throw Liv back in the mix.
Well, we talked about maybe Liv, Raquel, and Naomi were all in on it.
Right.
To get the tag belts off of Bianca.
And Jade.
And Jade. Yeah. So there's options here. But we need to see more. I mean, we only got 5 minutes of interaction between Naomi and Jade, and Bianca's not talking.
Right. So we need more. We need SmackDown.
Yes.
Which is exactly what people should be doing to build stories. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll get off my high horse now.
Okay. So anyway, just to nutshell this, Bianca wins Chamber. She gets...
which we both called. Mm-hmm. No.
But we called it for Bianca against Rhea.
Right, but that's not till Raw. So hold off on that.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying that was the assumption.
Mm-hmm.
So, second match, I believe, was the tag match, right?
That was a feel-good match. Yeah, second match was a feel-good match.
Yeah. I like that Trish was the one getting the heat, so they got the hot tag into Tiffany to build her up more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it kind of was what was expected. Tiffany got the pin, and Trish got the win in her hometown there.
She got the pin on Nia too, didn't she?
Yeah. I
So
think
does that end? Does that end with that?
I would think so.
Okay, good.
Unless we get Nia and Trish at Mania.
Doubt it. I doubt it.
I won't be surprised if they have something for Trish at Mania.
I think we're only going to get like 10 matches at Mania, 5 each night, maybe 6, maybe 6.
I'm good with it.
But I think we're only going to get 5 matches a night.
What matches you ask?
There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 11. So like I said, 6 one night, 5 one night.
And I do, and you notice Punk isn't on the list. I have a hunch.
Okay.
But I don't want to get to that after we talk about the men's chamber match.
Right.
All right. So, Sammy and Kevin, unsanctioned.
That's so good. Although, the barbed wire chair.
Unsanctioned.
I know, but and at least they have history, so there was a good reason why it could have been under the ring. I get it.
This match was very good. The wife pointed out this was the closest WWE will ever come to doing a death match.
Yes.
But they've done it. Sammy and Kevin, I'm talking about, they've done it better, and that was 15 years ago in Ring of Honor when Steen and Generico were feuding, and they had a fight without honor, which was insane.
Well, but you also have to take into consideration that was 15 years ago.
This is true. Although, didn't some handsome devil with a beard last week say that Kevin was going to win and then start pounding the piss out of Sammy until Orton came out?
I don't remember it that way.
I'm pretty sure it happened. I'll have to consult the tape, but I'm pretty sure I called that.
Jackass. Well, we were all in agreement that Orton was coming back.
Yes.
Period.
I like that he teased the punt.
Oh, I was waiting for it. I wish if you could have seen me that night when I was watching it. As soon as Orton came out, I jumped up and I was like this on the back of the lift chair that we have for my aunt. Mm-hmm. Like I had my arms up on the top of it going, "Oh, please hit it. Please hit it. Please hit it."
Were you giddy?
It was extremely giddy, Mindy. Because I even told Mom right before that, I said, man, I'm kind of bummed. I called that Orton was going to come out. And then I
didn't think he'd come out during the match. I knew it was going to be afterwards.
Well, and about that time, then it was, I hear a voice. I was like, sweet.
All right. Men's chamber.
Where do we start?
Where do we start with this? Okay.
First of all, what the was Seth Rollins wearing?
You can't ask that every week.
Yes, I can.
It started off with Seth and Drew, if I remember right.
It did. Because you had called...
I thought it was going to be Punk and Seth.
Yeah.
Punk wound up coming in 6th, so I was way off.
Yeah, you were way off. It made sense to me, because those probably were the two that could carry the match the best, in all honesty. Because I figured Rollins would be one of the last ones in, just because he is Mr. Cardio in there.
Yeah, he's the machine there.
Out of those guys,
and Logan Paul's got pretty good cardio too, though.
Barry, I love you. Seth looked like an eggplant exploded on him. Sure did. Oh wait, can I find that picture? Okay, talk about this because I'm gonna see if I can find that picture that I sent you guys.
Oh yeah, I remember the picture. Everybody looked good in this match. I was very impressed with Logan Paul, to be honest with you.
You know, he is such a good heel. He really is.
I try really hard not to. Well, I don't like him, but
right. But how could you not like his work?
Appreciate the work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was mistaken. I thought that things were going to go a little bit differently. I was right when Punk eliminated Logan, which I thought would happen, but I thought Logan would be the one to screw over Punk.
Yeah.
But it was not the case. Drew and Priest pretty much eliminated each other, which we saw coming because that's going to build to their Mania match.
Right.
Actually, Drew was out first, Barry, because then Drew hit the Claymore on Priest on his way out to eliminate him.
Mm-hmm.
But
there we go. Found the picture. Hold on, I gotta download it. Okay.
I thought it was weird during the match that Cena was being a little too chummy with people.
Mm-hmm. You mean like CM Punk?
Yeah.
I think that one bothered me more than anything, honestly.
So it comes down to Seth, Punk, and Cena, final three, which I think we kind of expected.
Yes. Although I was surprised a little bit, honestly.
I liked how Rollins wouldn't let Cena beat up Punk because it was he wanted him for himself. It was a nice little
that was where though Cena made his mistake. Or no, I'm sorry, Rollins made his mistake. Rollins should have just let them keep going at it and let them. Mm-hmm. And if you all didn't see it, this is what Seth Rollins. This is the picture I sent to.
Okay, who's the guy on the right?
I don't know. I just
it looks like Grandpa Munster after he got dipped in like grape Jello.
Right. I don't know. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gone now. We're done.
Okay, so anyway, so Rollins gets the tunnel vision, and that costs him. He gets eliminated by Punk.
But he won't get out of the.
He didn't get it. Well, he was unconscious, so he got put to sleep.
That's true.
But so as it comes down to Cena and Punk, and then I forget how Punk wound up with his head outside of the ropes, but then Rollins hit a stomp on his way out.
Mm-hmm.
And something that I noticed in the match after that moment was Cena didn't look at Rollins or anything. He just went right for the submission hold.
Mm-hmm.
There was no, what are you doing? I want to do this, like a babyface kind of whatever he would say. And Punk passed out, so he didn't tap out, didn't get pinned, so he got protected.
Right.
And Cena
I wonder whose idea that was, because that was brilliant in my opinion.
Probably Hunter and Punk probably in concert with each other. Maybe Heyman.
Yeah.
So, of course, Rollins was yelling, "Die!" Hit Punk on the floor. This during he was in the hole.
Yeah.
So after the match, Cena celebrates, and then here comes Cody, and they have their little interaction. And then here
it's supposed to be your other feel-good moment of the night.
Mm-hmm. Then here comes The Rock. He's looking for his soul.
Mm-hmm.
Because why not? Cody tells The Rock to go fuck himself, which I was a little surprised that made it onto the pay-per-view.
I wasn't. It's pay-per-view.
That's why. I mean, I was fine with it. But they bleeped other stuff out during the show.
Have they bleeped it out since?
Like on the replays?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
See,
like on Raw, they didn't show it.
Well, I know that, but I didn't know if they did if you go back and watch it. Like the replay.
If you go back, probably not.
The real show.
I haven't watched the replay of the real show, but I wouldn't imagine they would bleep that out. So then Cena goes crazy.
Hey, hold on. Where's it at? Eric Bischoff's coming back to Squared Circle Expo.
Nice. Is he going to do a panel?
They didn't say, but he's coming back. He's back.
The picture's misleading because he has a whole head of black hair.
I know. He doesn't have that anymore. Hey, did you get to meet him last year? You didn't get to meet him last year.
I did not. I met him about 2015.
Because I know I did. But I did the skip ahead where I went ahead and prepaid, and then all I had to do was just go show up, and I got to skip.
Yeah, and then you got a question answered on his live stream.
I was live too. If he does do a panel, I'm really going to try to ask a question again this time.
Dwayne's probably going nuts because we interrupted the Cena segment with breaking news. But
don't care. Let's go. Come on. Oh, sorry. I got to switch back. I don't know what the comments are.
So anyway.
Barry has a good point. The ending was perfect. So.
Yes. But yeah, Cody tells Rock to go fuck himself. Cena gives him the big huggaroo there in the middle of the ring. Acting like he's his buddy. And then all of a sudden he got the hangdog face on him. And let me get this going here.
Oh, what do you have now?
Oh, hang on. I just got... oh, that's not what I want.
Okay. Where's the music at? Just so I can annoy you with it.
It's a great tune. So here's the face.
Damn it. I didn't get there in time.
I call that face Angry Ernest.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
So then The Rock gives the old throat slash, and then, bam, right in the Panucci's. Cena kicks Cody right in the twins.
He didn't even, he didn't let that, he didn't, step back and look at Cody. He just, stepped back and wallop. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
And that looked like he got him a toe also.
Yeah.
And then you got the big beat down. Travis Scott's there for some damn reason. And so I think I had this right, and I asked you, you didn't know, but it looked like Cena used Dusty's Rolex to bust Cody open.
Yes. Dusty? No, he used... It was a Rolex that he used to bust him open.
I think that's the one that Triple H and Bruce gave to Cody after WrestleMania.
Gotcha.
That was Dusty's old watch. Because Cody gave Rock a watch. Yeah, Rock a watch. He gave the Rock a watch after Mania, and Roman and Seth, all the guys that were in that main event. And then that's supposedly what the Rock gave back to him the night after Mania.
Okay.
But that's not the one that Cena used to bust him open.
Barry says it was.
Was it a president? I don't know watches, so I'm just curious. But so yeah, Rock as always has the weight belt. It's like Cody's soul on it for effect.
Yeah.
Travis Scott apparently doesn't know how to restrain somebody's arms on the match.
Apparently not, because I was like, what are they trying to do? I was confused at first.
That was before he punched him in the head and busted his eardrum and whacked his eye.
Jerk.
Michael Cole made this segment.
He kind of did. He really.
The only thing would be better is if it was R-Truth on commentary.
Did you see Did you hear that R-Truth thinks it was AI generated?
You know how you get Cena even more over as a heel?
Have him beat up Truth?
He's got to bloody up R-Truth.
I hope it happens, but
last I heard,
we're not getting Cena back to what,
at least a couple weeks, because he's still shooting the movie.
I think we're getting back the 17th. I think it's March 17th.
Yeah, because he's finishing his movie.
Yep.
Any chance after he's done, he'll cut his hair?
God, I hope so. Just go bald, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, shave his head. Works for some people.
Yeah, works for some people.
So yeah, the shock was noticeable in the arena after that happened. Not from us, because we kind of saw it coming.
I was gonna say, I was like, I can even remember saying something to you, and I'm like, he was being too. It's about business. It's about. I was like,
oh yeah,
I don't trust this.
And I'm busted open with Greca's like, anybody that says they saw it coming are lying. It's like, nope.
Nope. Sorry, Greca.
Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, how's he holding up? Is he okay?
Oh, he had a small meltdown on Saturday. He did a post show podcast, and because he's not a fan of The Rock.
Yeah, I know.
He's a Cody crybaby, as we know.
I'm curious to I'm ready for Corny to put out what he thought of Elimination Chamber.
Tommy made a point on when he was on Busted Open After Dark on Monday. He thought that they did this too soon.
Why?
He thought they should have done it at Mania, done the heel turn, have Cena win the match and get the title shot and everything, but then tease it. And then I think Tommy wanted it to be more like the McMahon Austin turn at WrestleMania 17, like Rock come out during the match and Cena flip.
I
think how they did it was fine.
Yeah. I'm trusting the process.
Trust the process. I had a thought today. That should be the name of their group, The Process.
The process.
Trust the process.
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah. I was trying to think of, everybody saying, oh, this is the greatest heel turn ever. This is just like when Hogan joined the NWO. I don't agree with that. It's not quite the same. I don't either. It's not. It reminds me more of when Andre turned on Hogan.
There you go. Yep. And I think it's more, maybe it's more like that to us, just because we saw it coming.
Mm-hmm.
Where with the Hogan turn, nobody saw that one coming. You did?
I actually predicted it in 1996. I said, "I'll bet it's Hogan."
Huh?
There's nobody that can corroborate that in the room. But you just have to take my word for it. But
well, yeah, but I also know you're the Rain Man, so it's
Wrestling Rain Man.
Yep. But yeah, I think the Hogan turn was more unpredictable than this one, so I don't think it's as great as that one.
Did you see all the video of all the kids crying when after the on the home videos people were posting?
I know.
I'm generally not a fan of seeing crying children, but that's just good business.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna post this question because Dwayne brought it up earlier.
Okay.
And he said, "Why turn Cena heel now?"
Shock value.
That's one, and two, it's something he hasn't done yet, and this is his last year.
It's been 786 days or something that he was a babyface, from what I read. It's basically from November 6, 2003 until Saturday.
Yeah. That's more than 700 days there, hon.
I said 7,000.
Oh, I thought you said 700. I was like, nope. Wait, what? That's more than 700 days.
Yeah. But I liked something Bubba Ray said on when they were talking about this. I think the general belief is that Cena's not going to be a heel for the entire year. He's probably going to switch back for the last little bit.
He'll probably switch back, I think, for like November and December.
Right. But Bubba's idea was, and have you ever seen the Star Wars movies?
No.
Okay, I'm sure there's somebody that's seen the Star Wars movies here. Well, at the end of Jedi, the whole story is Darth Vader's trying to recruit Luke to the dark side for the Emperor.
Right.
So if you put The Rock as the Emperor, Cena as Vader, Cody as Luke in this situation. And at the big climactic final battle at the end of Jedi, Luke is beating up on Vader, and Emperor's trying to goad him, keep going to embrace the dark side, all that business. Uh-huh. And then Luke winds up. I don't know if this part will be parallel here, but Luke couldn't finish him off. So then the Emperor starts beating up on Luke with lightning and space magic, whatever you call it.
Okay.
And in this case, The Rock is the Emperor, Cena's Vader. Vader wobbles over, picks up the Emperor, and throws him over the side of the ship, or boat, or spaceship, whatever.
Yeah.
Space station.
Gotcha.
Death Star. And
Death Star. Gotcha.
So Vader essentially turned babyface at the end of the movie before he died.
Okay.
So I could see something like that going on where Cena winds up taking The Rock out before he retires, turning babyface, helping Cody out.
I think Cena will be babyface by the end of his run here. So. Or
this is all a big ruse and this was a sucker job, and it's actually Cody's the heel, and they're going to beat up on Cena.
Could be.
Homelander. But I digress. So anyway, that's the Chamber show. Again, excellent pay-per-view on that one.
I enjoyed it immensely.
Yeah. So
I still don't know why Travis Scott was there, but whatever.
I don't either. Okay.
Other than he's Rock's hype man. That's all I got.
So with that said, the biggest surprise of the weekend was probably Monday, the EO beat Rhea.
Yes. That shocked
Nobody saw that coming.
No.
Everybody was just saying, it's going to be Rhea and Bianca Mania. This is just a TV match.
You know what? Here's the thing, though. And I didn't say it in the chat, and you can say I'm fibbing or whatever. But after Lyra kept her belt, War Raiders kept their belt.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Well, Gunther won, but he didn't defend the title.
Right. I wondered if they weren't going to switch. I wondered if EO wasn't going to win. I did. I wondered. I smelled it.
You smell something, Minderz?
What?
I smell a triple threat.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I'm seeing a triple threat already.
And I'm just curious how they're going to get there.
Yeah.
I mean, you could always just have Rhea just say, I got a rematch. But the beef is still Rhea and Bianca.
Right.
I mean, the other option is Rhea could just win it in a rematch before Mania and then go back to the
Yeah, but then
one-on-one.
what's the point, though? I mean, other than
Then
the
you feel bad
shock
for Io.
value, right? I would feel bad for Io if that happened.
I like Io. That was a hell of a match that they had.
That was a really good match. All right, do we want to take a break and then come back and talk about Raw?
Yeah, we can do that. All right. We are back in. We're going to talk a little bit about Monday Night Raw from yesterday. We kind of went into the two big things, which is the Punk Rollins pull apart and then the main event. But in between, there was some really good stuff on that show last night.
Finn and Breaker.
I really enjoyed Otis and Gunther.
It was, but like knew Otis wasn't going to win.
Well, it doesn't matter. We got serious Otis for a while, and he hung in with Gunther
for a little bit. Yep. The chops. Good Lord. Oh. Actually, I think the match. I was so rooting for Ivy. I really wanted Ivy to beat Lyra.
I will say this. I think last night was a step in the right direction for Lyra. I mean, we agree that there's something missing.
Mm-hmm.
But she came out there and it started off. She was fired up at the start of it. She was aggressive. She was selling well when Ivy started working on the leg. Then she pulled a win out of her butt like a good baby face is supposed to. But it makes me think that they got something else in mind for Lyra other than Ivy.
I think it's Roxy. But Jiminy Christmas. All right. Where we got here?
We got to find where I got Lyra. Where did she go? Where did Lyra go?
She's in the bottom right corner.
There she is. Okay. That might be a
Hold on. I got to find it. Give me a minute. Okay.
All right. So we could do Lyra and Liv because I don't know that they're going to have a tag match at Mania. I know how you feel about that. They could always do Becky.
Is she coming back? Do we know?
I don't know. Sure? Nobody knows. But they have a history, so there's a story there.
I don't think we're going to get Jordan. I think Jordan's going to have a match at Stand and Deliver.
It'll be Stand and Deliver, yeah.
Yeah.
From the looks of it, they're going to be vacating one of those women's belts.
I don't think they'll be vacating it. I think Stephanie's going to have to defend both for a while.
I see. I'm old school.
Until Stand and Deliver. I really do.
Let's see. Yeah, so Jordan I put up there after the Rumble was over, just to have an option. So if we're thinking Raw, then I mean you got Bayley.
You do.
Something for her.
Got Alexa. I think Alexa and Chelsea might be our next one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. Raw's kind of thin on the women's side. As far as like,
that's why I think Roxy's Raw.
Roxy's NXT. She didn't
show up. Yeah, she was. She beat Raquel.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
And
but she wasn't on last night.
Well, that's because they had Ivy and Lyra, and that's the only women's match we had last night, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, besides the main event.
But, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't hear anything about Roxy officially being up on the main roster. I thought she was just in the chamber match because of her performance in the Rumble.
No, I think she's going. I think she's supposed to be going to the main roster.
If she is, I'm down with Roxy and Lyra.
Yeah.
Put the belt on Roxy. Yeah, other than that, there's not a whole lot of like
Grace, Ripley, Morgan, and Rodriguez. I like that idea. Okay, I don't hate that.
Hang on. What?
Jordan Grace and Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Well, I don't hate that idea.
It's not a bad idea, but
okay, so Ivy, we're looking at possibly Roxy, possibly Liv.
Long shot Becky.
Long shot Becky.
Big long shot there.
If they do anything with it during that match.
Right. I mean, they could always go with Raquel if they want to. I think she's got a title match coming up, doesn't she?
I don't think so. They got titles.
I thought she was going after Lyra, but I don't know that.
Well, I still want that belt off Lyra. Makes me grumpy.
Makes you grumpy.
I'm grumpy Minderz when she's around.
Oh, she's delightful.
She's fine. Like I said, she's fine. She's just not champion material to me. Sorry.
Well, that's why they put the undercard title on her. She's the best of what they've got in that particular subset of the women's division on Raw.
Sean, we just said that. I think Jordan goes after, or not Jordan. Alexa goes after Chelsea. Okay. Let's think this through real quick. Okay, put up your ones that you think are going to be the matches again, because you got to go into your Rollins versus Roman.
Oh,
and you got to go into your CM Punk.
Yes, so
because Punk's not on here.
I'll start with Punk. So Punk has got Rollins in the cage Monday.
Right.
I had originally thought that was going to be.
I thought that was going to be Mania, but it makes sense because it's at the Garden.
Yeah, but this is a problem that I remember Shawn Michaels had in 2005, because at the Royal Rumble he wrestled Edge in a very good match because they were feuding. Then they had the rematch on Raw in a street fight that Edge won, but Angle wound up interfering, which led to the Angle Michaels match at Mania. Okay. So what I'm thinking, here's what I think is going to happen. I think this is going to be Rollins getting the win here.
In the cage?
In the cage.
Okay.
There's still a part of me that wants Logan Paul to screw Punk over and slam the door on his head or something. But after last night going into next week, it sounds like they're going AJ and Logan.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Rollins wins. He's out on the floor and he's celebrating. And then
Sean's throwing up some. He says it looks like Zelina's about to get a push, and Rey Fenix is WWE.
I did see Rey is officially done with AEW.
Oh, is he? I thought he had to wait 9 months.
That's what I thought too, but I saw somebody posted something that he was done. But anyway, so after Rollins wins, then no music, no pageantry, no hoopla. Roman just spears him out of nowhere on the floor. Takes him out.
Okay.
That gets us back to Roman and Rollins for Mania.
Right.
Because Roman has to get his payback. Which leaves Punk in a position where he's got nothing unless it's Logan Paul. But after the chamber match, after the promo last night, I think that we might get Cody Cena Punk 3-way. But I don't think that's the favor, though, because like I told you, I don't think Paul is in any position to put Punk in a major title match because he's not an actual authority figure. Somebody else put out there maybe have Cody and Punk against Cena and Rock on night one, and then like how they did it last year. I don't like that.
No.
You can't keep going to the same well every year.
No.
So Punk is kind of between a rock and a hard place, and I do not want Punk, Rollins, and Roman in a main event. in a triple threat. I think that.
Oh, I don't either, but
it needs to be Roman and Rollins because they got way more history than any of them with Punk.
Yeah.
Maybe make Punk the host.
I don't even like that. How's that?
No, I was actually being silly.
Yeah, I don't know where Punk falls in all this yet.
And that's kind of the beauty of it, because you got people guessing.
Well, and especially when, like with us, we sit here and we analyze everything and really look into everything.
We are no fun to watch wrestling with.
We aren't. We're terrible to watch wrestling with. Don't watch it with us. It's a terrible idea. Well, unless we're doing a watch along.
Unless we're doing a watch along, because then we watch it as fans. But
yeah,
watching the new stuff, we're analyzing, we're opining, we're predicting.
If y'all could see the group chat on a night when we're all watching wrestling,
especially when a subset of us has been drinking.
Yes. Oh boy. And somebody that they've got heat with shows up. Mm-hmm. And that could be one of two different people. So
is there any chance we get Punk versus Joe Hendry?
I don't think so. I think we're going to get it. I think I'm
bummed that we're not going to get Cena and Hendry at WrestleMania now.
We're not going to get it at WrestleMania. But I wonder if we won't get it maybe on an Impact, honestly.
Yeah. Well, Slammiversary is going to be a big show.
When's that?
It's in June, May or June. But
I think it's going to be before that, because I think they're going to send Cena. I could be wrong. Well, and I probably am.
Well, Oba and Moose are in the Garden next week.
I know. But I could be wrong. But why not send Cena over there before WrestleMania to get more more views, more eyes, more, and let him and Hendry go at it.
I mean, I'm fine with it. Sean asked, will Cena versus Punk ever happen again before Cena retires? I think so.
After what we saw at Elimination Chamber, I think it will. I'm not sure if that's gonna. I think I would almost say, I'm not gonna say SummerSlam.
I'm thinking it'd be SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam is going to be Cody and Cena in a rematch.
Could, okay.
But I think in between those two, I think we'll get Punk and Cena.
Money in the Bank, maybe?
Possibly. Kind of nice.
I think it all depends if Cena wins the belt.
Yeah.
Because if Cena wins the belt, then he's SmackDown. So it wouldn't make any sense. Although, can't Punk go back and forth between the two? Is he still a floater?
I think he's officially Raw.
Is he officially Raw? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he went over to SmackDown because they're been up the chamber and it was a multi-brand show. But
okay, Sean says SummerSlam is in Liv Morgan's hometown. Okay. And will Punk ever face Rock again? I don't think Rock's got another match in him.
No.
I think Rock has got.
If Rock has one more match, it's either Cody or Roman.
Yep. I agree.
So all kinds of things, and we still got 50-some days before Mania to figure out.
Oh yeah, there's still lots of things that could happen in the next month and a half.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But it's very exciting, though.
Almost 2 months, actually.
Yeah.
No, not quite.
It's April 20th, right?
Yes.
It's the week before the Expo.
Yes. Not that we're counting down the days to Expo. Yeah, Punk says he'll get his hands on the Rock.
That doesn't mean a match.
That doesn't mean a match. That doesn't. Yeah, he's just going to punch him in the face.
To paraphrase Mick Foley, he wants to punch him in that ridiculous eyebrow.
There you go.
I did like the thing in Punk's promo when he said, "This got to my enemies, and since I'm seeing Punk, that means everyone."
Right. I absolutely. That promo was just.
It was classic Punk.
It was, and I loved it.
Yes.
It was so good.
All right. Well,
I almost thought we were going to get another pipe bomb. Honestly,
it was going to be probably if Rollins didn't come out.
Yeah. All
right. Well, Minderz. What was that? let's move on here. We got one more piece of business before we get out of here today. We're making excellent time, I got to say.
We are. I really thought this was going to take longer.
Yeah, right? We're pretty good at nutshelling things when we have to.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, hey. Sam Stackhouse has a merch. And he says, DM me for your Fire Stackhouse merch. New shirt dropping soon, so get the Bam Bam Sam before it's gone.
Interesting.
Holy crap.
Hey, I got a bone to pick with Brett Lauderdale.
Uh-oh, what now?
Sam's my buddy. He's a friend of the show.
Yeah.
Why is Sam Stackhouse losing to Starboy Charlie?
I don't know. You told me that, and I was so mad.
I'm trying to remember who did he wrestle on Friday. I'm trying to remember all this stuff, but he loses to Starboy. I mean, the Koga brothers I get. They're
right.
A little more established. Fuego and Samick for a good team, though. House of Fire, they call themselves.
Nice.
SummerSlam, I believe, is 2 nights this year, right?
Yes. Oh, we could get 11. We could get 11 matches.
SummerSlam?
Yeah.
I'll have to polish up my whiteboard.
Yep. Once we get done with.
No, back to my beef, though. It seems like.
Hold on. Go ahead. I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna put this up because it's great.
It just seems like they got Sam losing way too much. He got eliminated by Brooke Havoc in the Battle Royal with the Hammerstein, who's he hasn't lost a Microman yet.
Thank God.
Microman was on there though. He wrestled Gringo in that tag match.
How did that go?
That's pretty good. But yeah, I don't get it. I mean, you got this big 500-pound monster on your hands as a baby face, which works. Bam Bam was a baby face. But and also the fact he doesn't bump for everybody. Mm-hmm. Usually if he's on the mat, it's because he does something, which is an important detail for all you big guys out there that are wrestling.
Right.
Like poor Starboy Charlie was bouncing off of him like a tennis ball off a brick wall in that match. It was ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, yeah, they're building him up like a big guy. Like it takes a lot to get him down, but I just don't like that he's losing so much.
Yeah.
And so I know wins and losses don't matter, but
they do.
It kind of does.
So we were talking about Punk and everything. I don't know. I just saw this, and I feel like I need to share it with all of our listeners. He's like, I've never been so desperate that I work a fake belt, and then they have the AEW.
Although, to be fair, he never lost that belt.
He never did.
That is the AEW X Division Championship, I'll have you know.
Exactly. I'm sorry. That made me chuckle, though, because I'm just thinking of Rock's belt. So
right. Or Travis Scott's belt.
Yeah, what the hell was that about?
I don't know.
Anyway, can we move on? Because I want to know who our Hall of Fame person is.
All right. Well, it is Hall of Fame time, so let's jump right into it. All right, it is time for the JTR Hall of Fame, and I think you're going to like who we've got this week, Minderz.
Oh yeah,
one of our favorites, somebody we're going to be seeing here in about a month in Indianapolis. Speaking of Stackhouse, another big fella.
Hey!
One Man Gang is our latest Hall of Famer here.
Bring him on.
The old 747, Crusher, Broomfield, whatever you want to call him.
Again, another. Why the hell isn't he already in there?
That's true.
Damn it! That means I got to make another. We need to get our certificates going.
Yeah, we gotta make that happen, and we gotta get our business cards going too.
I'm on
But
it.
yep, I know. I wasn't trying to crack the whip or nothing. But
Yeah,
no,
you were. Shut up.
gang falls in that category with like a Big Bubba Rogers or a Bam Bam Bigelow or Vader, like those like multi-dimensional big guys. Like they could do all
He
the
was a lot
monster
better
stuff.
than he should have ever been.
Yeah, he could do shit off the top rope.
Yep.
I remember seeing the video from Mid-South when he first debuted there as Crusher Bloomfield, I forget, before he was a one-man gang, wearing a singlet with long hair, and it took out Ernie Ladd. And Bill Watts was losing mind. Who is this? Because Scandal Rock Bar brought him in. The hated Arab oil man from who knows where. But and that was him when he was green. Like he had just come out of World Class when he did that. The first time I saw him was about '87 when he showed up in WWF.
That was probably about the same time I saw him.
And he was with Slick and Butch Reed.
Yep. We had Jordan Grace and Cora tonight. Okay.
Probably a damn good match.
Yep. I gotta watch it tomorrow.
A former U.S. heavyweight champion, one-man gang in the mid-'90s, lost it to Conan. Also UWF heavyweight champion in the mid-'80s. He's actually lost that belt to Big Bubba, but
nice.
But yeah,
I always feel like One Man Gang got forgotten a little bit.
He's very underrated, I think. I mean, like I said, we mentioned all those guys we mentioned earlier, Bubba and Bam Bam, Vader, Yokozuna. One Man Gang kind of gets like put in the back of the list because he wasn't there as late. I wouldn't say as long because he had a long career, but by the time he retired, like Boss Man was still going.
Bam Bam was still going.
Yeah, and they all kind of, I don't want to say they eclipsed Gang because I don't think anybody could eclipse him. He's huge, but how
about outshined?
Outshined is the way
or outpushed.
He fell off of the radar, I think is the best way to put it.
Well, I mean, they did turn him into a king.
Hey, I'll have you know, though, that segment when I first saw it when I was a kid, when Mean Gene's in the back alleys with all the finger quote dancing African tribesmen, and they bring out Gang and the Shiki, and I'm like, what the hell are they doing?
Right? Even then, we thought it was wrong.
That's I chalk that up to an angle that they could not pull off today.
Right. Oh no.
Well, maybe now, considering who's in charge these days, but
no, I still
cancel culture would not have shined a positive light on Akeem.
No, not at all.
No, but he is one of my favorites. I can't wait to meet him at the expo.
I'm excited.
Yes, we got to. I wonder if he does podcasts.
Let's ask him. We'll give him our card.
Yep. Slick too.
Oh, no, I'll give him our card because for some reason you don't. You say I'm better at it than you.
You are. You're our head of marketing. And you're getting better at booking talent, though.
Sometimes.
Mainly with the indie folks, but still.
It's only because I bug the crap out of them.
That's true. All right. So, what do you have to say about the One Man Gang, Minderz?
That's one of my childhood faves. I mean, he was in there with Ultimate Warrior and all those guys that grew up. You know, I grew up. That was what I watched. One Man Gang was one of my favorites.
I still remember the WrestleMania 4 Gang versus Bam Bam in the tournament.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, just he knew how to work like a big man.
He did.
And made it work.
And he could work with anybody and still work like a big man.
Mm-hmm. Even when he was a king.
Yeah.
I go back to WrestleMania 5, him and Boss Man against the Rockers.
Oh, jeez. I forgot about that.
So, yeah, I think a very well-deserving inductee into the Hall of Fame this month. And Minderz, we got JTR Mania coming up in April.
Yeah, because we don't have enough going on in April.
Right. Well, that's going to be an off night where we're going to just talk WrestleMania.
But,
we do 3 inductees every year with JTR Mania.
We do.
So I think I've got a nice batch whipped up for that one. But we still have to have one for April, for our regular show.
I know.
So I've got to get to thinking on that one. Or is it your turn?
It could be my turn. I'll take one.
If you want to pick one, go for it. So stay tuned for that. And we've got. Well, we got to react to Revolution next week. We got to talk about Roadblock. We got to make our picks right before the show, basically.
Heads up to shout out to Brian Knobs.
Yes. I'm glad you mentioned that. Sounds like he's not doing so good.
Yeah, I saw they had a GoFundMe set up for him, and he was feeling pretty down. So
I think the diabetes has him.
Sounds like he's going to lose an appendage. So
yeah, they're trying to avoid it, but yeah, it's not looking good. So,
Sean, we don't have to pick that yet. Sean, we love you, right?
Yeah, fans win.
Fans win. That's what you get right
now. Speaking of the fans win, like I said, we're going to talk about this tomorrow on the Indie Shootout. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Mance Warner.
How was that?
So good. It was.
Was it?
Literally as much of a. Everybody says clash of styles when they talk about the matchup. This match was literally a clash of styles. Like Mance was using weapons, and Sabre's trying to stretch him. It's
right, exactly.
Just very well done. But listen, we'll get into all the GCW shows tomorrow. I don't believe we have a guest announced for next week. I think we're probably just going to be shooting the shit like we did today.
Probably because we're broke and saving money for SCX.
That's true. But hey, don't forget we have Squared Circle Expo month coming up in April.
Yeah, don't forget that. We're super excited about that.
Yes.
We got some great people coming on.
Mm-hmm. The Jack Vaughn episode, I will say we are pre-recording that one.
Yes.
Just for schedule purposes. So as it gets closer, we'll put it out there. If anybody has any questions for Jack that they want just to ask him, then we will do that. But it will still drop on Thursday regularly as a podcast. So
I don't want to do that. Okay, I don't know how much truth there is behind this.
Uh-oh.
But I just saw, and I can't read what the rest of it says because I'm not on Threads.
Uh-huh.
But this is all it says. Bianca Belair has disclosed that Naomi was the one who convinced her that Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez attacked Jade Cargill.
Hey. So
and then it says further when Bianca went to meet Naomi, and then that's all I can see. So there's part of me that says, okay, fine, install. I want to see what this one says.
Makes me think we're getting Jade and Naomi straight up at Mania.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to let it. It's taken forever to download. So, no. Yeah, so that's interesting.
So this is more reason to watch SmackDown.
Right? And it says, when the face of the company drops an F-bomb on live TV, and you got to teach him a lesson. That's why Cody got kicked in the balls.
I don't think that's why he got kicked in the balls.
I don't think so either. I love all my So, so tomorrow night, we got lots to talk about tomorrow night.
Yes, we're talking GCW from this past weekend. You're going to Hybrid next weekend.
No, this weekend. It's Saturday.
This coming weekend.
Yes.
And also, you're going to the big ABW show.
I am. Although they haven't announced, I don't think they've announced anything for ABW yet.
I don't think so. They announced a match for Pro Wrestling Glory when it comes back in April.
Yes. And they announced they have all of the matches, or most of the matches, I believe, for Hybrid. So yeah. I'm excited for that. And just kind of FYI, going through my feed here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Our good buddy, Damn Right Sam Knight.
Yep.
So Diner Podcast had put up the card for Hybrid because I assume they're going to be our commentators for that night.
Probably.
But Sam Knight just said Saturday night. May have to pop up on this one.
Ooh.
I'm going to be super stoked.
You have to introduce him to Mama.
I will. Don't worry. I will. That's her type.
Yeah.
Well, Mama's already going because she hasn't had a chance to meet Cobra in person yet. She's seen Cobra wrestle, but he's never been out where she can actually meet him. What are you doing? Why are you doing that?
I just wanted to see Sadlith go again before we go.
Oh, okay. I was like, because, yeah, Mama's got a type.
All right. Well, Minderz, what do you say we get out of here for today? And don't forget, this Friday on Spotify and Audible, the next episode of the Extreme F and Review podcast, where we talk about ECW on TNN. Tomorrow, we're breaking down GCW, AVW, Hybrid, and all that good business. And then next week, who knows what we're talking about? Might be another Wrestling Gumbo episode for JTR on Tuesday.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. And it looks like our buddy Aaron Roberts picked up another belt.
Oh, yeah?
Memphis Heritage Champion.
Very nice.
Or did he already have that one? I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
I can't either.
All right. Minderz, we're rambling.
We are. Let's get out of here. I'm hungry.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Until next time, for Minderz, this is Reb. Ryan, y'all off his hard work stiff. We'll see you guys.
Thanks, guys.